Good morning, students. Welcome to your English language classes. Today, in this video session, we are going to start our chapter number 1, sentences. So please open your books. So students, our first chapter is sentences. It is given in the book. When we communicate with each other, we express our thoughts and ideas through words which together make complete sense. So it is said, when we are going to communicate with each other, we express our thoughts, our feelings, ideas through words. But the words together make complete sense. Now look at the definition of example. It is given, a sentence is a group of words that make complete sense. It contains a verb and a subject. So we can say that a group of words that makes complete sense and also contains a verb and a subject is called sentence. We have some examples here. This is a new school. So in this sentence we have subject and also a verb, and it is a group of words which makes complete sense. So we can say it is a sentence. Same way, I like to play cricket. My aunt lives in Chennai. I have many friends. So simply we can say a group of words which makes complete sense and contains a verb and a subject is called sentence. Now turn the page. Let us read about the features. It is given, a sentence is a group of words that makes complete sense. Next one, it starts with a capital letter. It is also very important. Sentence starts with a capital letter. It ends with a full stop if sentence states a fact. So if it is a statement, then it ends with a full stop. It is given, it ends with a question mark if it asks a question, or an exclamation mark if it expresses a sudden feeling of surprise, joy or sorrow. So if we are asking a question with the help of a sentence, then that sentence ends with a question mark. And if we are going to express our sudden feeling of surprise, joy or sorrow, then the sentence is going to end with an exclamation mark. Now exercise number A, I'll give you the solution of exercise later in PDF format. So let us read kinds of sentences. So now we have 4 kinds of sentences. Declarative, we can also say assertive. Next one is imperative sentence. The next one is interrogative, and the last one is exclamatory sentences. So let us read about declarative sentences. It is given, a sentence that declares or states something is a declarative sentence. Declarative sentences are of 2 types. Affirmative means a positive sentence, and negative. So we know, if a sentence is going to declare something, going to state something, then the sentence is declarative sentence. And these types of sentences are of 2 types, affirmative and negative. Affirmative sentence affirm a proposition. We have examples. He goes to school. Next one, the school reopens today. The negative sentences negate a proposition. He cannot dance. She is not well. So these sentences are going to negate a proposition. They are giving us negative statement. Next we have exercise number B. Give you later solution of this exercise. Please turn the page. Now we have imperative sentence. Sentences that express a command, request, advice, order, or suggestion are called imperative sentences. Examples: please tell me what happened. So we have added the word please here. It shows us that it is a request. Next one, do your homework properly. It is an order. So these types of sentences are called imperative sentences. Now we will read where we can use these types of sentences. So it is given imperative sentences may be used to express a command. Examples: come here, bring the box here. The next one, to make a request. Example: please help me clean the cupboard. To give some advice. Never lose your patience. So these types of sentences are going to make a request, command, or to give some kind of advice. Now we will read about interrogative sentences. A sentence that asks a question is called an interrogative sentence. We have example: what are you doing? And it is going to end with a question mark. When declarative sentences are converted into interrogative sentences, certain changes takes place. It is given I can go. It is a declarative sentence. But the verb is placed before the pronoun and we have put a question mark at the end of sentence and it became an interrogative sentence. So it is given the word order is changed in an interrogative sentence. The auxiliary verb changes its position and comes before the subject, forming can I go, and it became now an interrogative sentence. Again we have example: he eats a banana every day. It is declarative, but does he eat a banana every day? And we have put a question mark at the end of sentence and now it became an interrogative sentence. It is given an interrogative sentence can be a WH questions and begin with the words like when, why, who, or how. An interrogative sentence can also be a question which can be answered with yes or no. So like this we can divide interrogative sentences into two categories: yes or no questions, or we can say WH questions. It is the another kind of interrogative sentences. Please turn the page, students. Now we have here exclamatory sentences. Sentences that express strong feelings or emotions are called exclamatory sentences. They end with an exclamation marks. Examples: what a beautiful dress it is. How melodious she sings. So here we are going to use our strong feelings. So we have kept an exclamation mark at the end of sentence. Let us read the features of exclamatory sentences. An assertive sentence makes a statement. It ends with a full stop. An assertive sentence can be positive or negative. An imperative sentence ends with a full stop. Sentences that express a command, request, advice, order, or suggestion are called imperative sentence. An imperative sentence ends with a full stop. So these were the features of assertive sentence and declarative sentences. But now, exclamatory sentences. An exclamatory sentence ends with an exclamation mark. It usually begins with what or how. It expresses feelings. Now, parts of sentences. So, it is given a sentence has two parts, namely subject and predicate. We have some examples here. A. My mother loves tea. In this sentence, my mother is the first part, subject, and loves tea is the another part, that is called predicate. B. The people in the room were enjoying the music. The people in the room is subject and were enjoying the music is predicate. Example C. The baby is sleeping. So the baby is subject here and is sleeping is predicate. All the children are ready for the trip. So all the children, subject, are ready for the trip is predicate. Let us read the definition of subject and predicate. So a subject is the part of sentence that names the person or the thing about whom something is said. It means subject is that part of sentence that names a person, thing about whom something is said in the sentence. The subject is the first part of the sentence. Let us read about the predicate, but first turn your page. The subject in the sentence mentioned earlier are as follows. Example, my mother, the baby, the people in the room, all the children. So we have studied examples A, B, C and D in the previous page, and now it is given the subjects in the sentences mentioned earlier, like my mother in the example A, and B, the people in the room, and in example C, the baby and all the children in example D. Predicate. A predicate is a word or a group of words that tells us something about the subject. The predicate in the sentences mentioned earlier are as follows. Example A, loves tea. In example B, were enjoying the music. In example C, is sleeping. And in D, are ready for the trip. Please turn the page. On this page, we will read about phrases and clauses. A phrase is a group of words that make sense but not complete sense, since it does not have a subject and a verb. So same way we have studied about sentence. Sentence is also a group of words, but that makes a complete sense. But phrase doesn't make a complete sense. And a sentence contains a subject and a verb, but a phrase doesn't contain a subject and a verb. We have some examples here: across the road, in the market, of great importance, in the garden, pros and cons, in front of, at the village, in spite of, on the chair. A phrase usually forms a part of sentence but does not convey complete sense. The above examples do not have a subject or a verb. So, same as the sentence, it is also a group of words, but it doesn't make complete sense and does not have a subject and a verb. Now, clauses. A clause is a group of words with a subject and a verb and is usually part of sentence. It may or may not make complete sense. So clause is also a group of words, but it contains a subject and also a verb. In case of sense, it may make sense or may not. We have example: the boy is going to the market. So in this sentence, the boy is going is a clause. It contains a subject, the boy, and is going verb, and also it is a group of words. So we can say it is a clause here. Features are given on the same page of phrase and clause. A phrase does not convey complete sense. It does not have a subject and a verb, but a clause has a subject and a verb. It may or may not make complete sense, and it is usually a part of sentence. So phrase and clause both are usually the part of sentences, but phrase doesn't make a complete sense, but a clause may or may not make complete sentence. But in comparison of phrase and clause, the sentence makes complete sense. So students, exercise G and H I'll give you later in the PDF format. We will meet in the next video. Till then, stay safe at your home and stay healthy. Thanks.